Hi poopsies, it's me Tony Bomboni. Welcome back to your ASMR session. So today's video I finally decided to do a sit down and chat about crystals and just show you some of the crystals I have. These are not all of them, but some of the ones I use the most commonly for myself, meditation, my Reiki sessions, and whenever I feel like doing a powerful prayer or an intent or something, or manifest something, or I'll just like hold them in a certain moment for guidance. So if you book a Reiki session with me on my website, you will see some of these crystals used in your own personalized filmed Reiki session, which is the most booked thing people buy on my website. Actually is the filmed Reiki session, which is amazing. I love doing them over and over and over again. It's just thank you. So okay, I have a tray laid out here, and I've used this a couple times for like I believe the resonant healing session, a massage therapy session, and probably a couple others here and there. A couple other times I've featured this, but I just want to show you what the crystals mean to me and how I use them, and how others use them, really, because I believe I'm pretty well attuned to how crystals work now, and if I feel a crystal has some form of property, then most likely others attune it to that as well, you know, especially with energy work. I've always been highly sensitive, so it's just something I'm familiar with. You know, I'll pick up a mineral and I will pretty much understand its components, not completely, because each stone has so many different properties it could be utilized for. And there are still many skeptics out there who believe, just as we believe that they have properties, they believe that they are just a bunch of silly little things from the earth. And Mother Earth is powerful. You don't want to deny her of her abilities and her gifts, okay? When she spits something out, or it's just within her, you know, you use that. How do you think you are formed as an intellectual, energetic being? I mean, if you can be formed from this planet, what makes you think what the planet is composed of doesn't have energy, or it have abilities, gifts, components, energy, healing to share, frequencies that can just raise your vibration? We are so trapped in the horrible world of drugs and alcohol abuse, and we forget where we truly come from. And when you attune to that and use Mother Earth as a part of you, you connect back to Source through that way. So it's very unfortunate that many people forget this ability that stones have. So, you know, and I'm not just talking about any rock off the street or the gravel that you can collect that does little to nothing. Everything still has energy inside of it, but I'm not talking about those kind of stones that you can find residing pretty much anywhere. I'm talking about crystals, okay? So here is the try I'm talking about. Alright. And I'll just go one by one, go through what I feel with them all. Alright. Actually, this one I might as well show as its own separate thing. I was gonna show it as a wand. I don't want to repeat myself, but these are the same. They're selenite, okay? This is just a selenite tower, and this is a selenite wand, okay? And I'm planning to purchase a ton more crystals soon. I just want one of every one. Seriously, like, I want to just put them all in a shelf. Use them in my work, energize them, recharge them. Using moonlight, sunlight, some of them can't take certain things like salt or water, or I don't know, like too much sunlight, but the intent. This is great for recharging all of the crystals, including yourself. I mean, just look how beautifully it shines and shimmers. I'm in a green screen, so I don't know how much you can see of any of these crystals, to be honest with you, but they're very fragile. If you drop these, they will break, no doubt. They're one of the most fragile crystals, but most powerful in terms of what they're meant to do. So wherever you use this and for whatever, you will charge it back time and time again. Healer after healer has told me, use selenite. It will replenish you back, okay? It's like chalky, flaky. They do degrade over time, so you may have to keep buying new ones because they keep chipping off and breaking. It is what it is, but you feel it as soon as you hold it. This will just clear whatever crud you're going through, whatever is residing. That just does not serve any higher good anymore. This will wave it away. It's one of the first crystals I've ever used, actually, because I was told of its amazing abilities, and honestly, this is so nice that it just feels good. It's like a pure white loving light that I just want to sit and meditate with this later. But working with these has really helped me clear away energy from me, because especially when I do Reiki, there are some times where I just I will do like 2 in a day, and then I will be out of it the rest of the day. It will just take so much from me, and this helps me recharge, and I'll put salt in the corners of my room, and sometimes sage, rarely now, but I just don't feel as drawn to sage as I used to. But you wash your hands with cold water, and you just take a nice healing, refreshing bath with some salts, and oh my god, it will just revitalize you, and everything you did will just wash away with this, so you can just run this over yourself. I like to wave this over and just kind of set a good affirmation for myself. You don't have to really chant anything, but yeah, definitely have this around you, especially where you may be in a new environment you're unfamiliar with, or you're scared, or there's some negative entities or energies around you. Keep this close by. It's like a weapon of choice for witches, spiritual masters, Reiki healers, etc. So highly, highly recommended. I'm taking the longest explaining on this because it is literally the most important crystal you can imagine. If you have crystals, or you're wanting to start out on this journey, or a new beginner into this metaphysical world, and you're curious like I was back then, you gotta start from somewhere. It's never too late, so have this. This should be one of your first choices, in fact. I'm sure they sell a bunch of cheap, affordable samples, or they will probably throw this your way if you request it. Just if you ask any seller, let's say on Etsy, you buy one crystal and say, please, please, please throw me a little sample piece of selenite. It's very important. I am positive they will send you one like this, okay? Especially if they care about their customers and the spiritual world in general. They will do you the favor. I mean, this is how much can this cost? Like 50 cents, really? I mean, they can just use a saw and slice up a piece of their wand. I mean, they're not gonna be, I've noticed in the spiritual world, they're pretty, well, I can't say they're generous. I haven't gotten generosity, if I'm honest. But, they're more understanding, I should say. Okay, they have more compassion. So, you know, it is what it is. But it's a very fascinating one, and my favorite feature is just the fact that the white light shines through it so brilliantly and glows. It's like a glow stick, like a little flashlight thing. It's just so pretty. This next one is Unakite, and I've been wanting to send to a friend who is trying to get pregnant. I'll keep them anonymous, but please send your prayers for pregnancy for them. Please, 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 Poopsies. Like, if 1,000 of you just chant a prayer for her, it will come true. I just know it. I know at the end of the day it's in divine unity it will occur, but I just think this piece is great for grounding and healing as well. There's a lot of reds and greens in there. Again, sorry if the green screen cuts it out, but great for pregnancy. That's really all I know about it. I never felt that drawn to it, which is why I'm sending it away pretty soon. But as you see, a lot of these crystals are small, kind of sampler looking stones, even though they were quite expensive. All of these, to be honest, they were quite a fortune to get here and shipped and stuff. That's why I'm hoping to do the drive all the way to Arizona next year and buy, like, I will literally, I'm not even joking you, like, I will pack my car to the brim with crystals and I will haul that stuff back. Like, I am that dead serious about it. I'm gonna buy like pounds and pounds of wrapping paper and boxes and just stash them, and if I get stopped by the police in New Mexico, I'm gonna look so shady, but I don't care. It's worth it. I am gonna bring all of that back. I'm telling you, I'm on a mission, okay? It's over 2,000 miles away there and 2,000 back, so that would be like 4,000. I don't care. I'm gonna get me my dang crystals. I'm not about to pay thousands of dollars in shipping and handling fees. I will buy a tower, like a huge tower, like a statue, okay? Put it in the front or something of the house. I will buy a bunch of tumblestones. I will buy a bunch of I will buy one of everything I see. Okay, if a seller is there asking me to buy something, I will say, yes, please, honey, darling, child, give me all of that you have on the shelf, okay? I will be like an addict. I'm a crystal addict, okay? It's like shoes. It's never enough in the spiritual world. You want to have one of everything. Anyway, enough of that. So, it's like a pinkish, reddish, greenish stone, and it actually, ironically, reminds me of the Southwest somehow, even though I've never been. I just love just the properties. And maybe if I do this hypnotherapy thing, and I get some of you as clients, I could maybe see you guys on the way there. How cool would that be? Like, do hypno sessions along the way. Oh, that would be so fun to just travel and do that. I just need to find the time and energy. I'm already doing the most. So, yeah. Very cute crystal. Grounding. It's a weird crystal, though. It doesn't vibe with me, I'll be honest. Alright, so clear quartz is next. I'm just seeing if there's any duplicates. But, I'm gonna start crying now. I don't know why. Can you guys pray for me, too? Like, I'd really appreciate some prayers from you right now, too, because I'm kind of going through something. It's a very big, beautiful, and positive, more than I even imagined, but I didn't expect this kind of thing with someone, this kind of interaction, and it happened so soon. And now I'm like in their life, and it's like, oh, just pray that it works out. Pray that everything works out, and I'll pray for all of you that everything works out and your dreams come true. I just didn't expect. It has something to do with a relationship. I'm not even going to go into it, but I just didn't expect it to happen so soon. But anyway, I'll get into that later. You just meet people at random, and you just, when you least expect it, it's like, whoa. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. probably save that for a vlog, but just pray, okay? Pray for my peace, because I'm tired of the universe testing me and paying my karmic debts. I'm just like, can I be done already? Can I just meditate and be at peace and see my poopsies? You know, okay. We all want peace. So anyway, clear quartz is like selenite, where it is a great crystal for negative energy removal. This is great. I don't feel it as magnetically powerful as selenite is. However, this really does. It's like a reset button, especially a clear quartz point. I've used these for manifestation. I've manifested at one point in my life literally the perfect image of what my like dream man could be. Even if it didn't end up working out, we still ended up really good friends, and the fact that I manifested them shows that it works. So it's like, you know, you just kind of put like these into points. In the center is a crystal, like I chose rose quartz with the shape of a heart because of love, you know, and this recharges that heart and multiplies the intent. So you do it for 30 days. I made a video like this before, like how to set up a crystal altar. Tony Bomboni, just look that up in the YouTube search, you'll find it. But even if you don't get a point, you will get clear quartz that are kind of like I don't know if they come in tumbled stones or something. I'm sure they do. They craft and carve anything nowadays, right? I mean, they can make diamonds, they can make anything, right? So anything clear quartz you must keep in a wallet, in your coin purse or something, and your book bag or wherever you take them. You know, I used to get anxiety in school all the time. I would secretly put like black tourmaline in there for grounding and rooting, and it just really helped me. Or like when I'm going on a date or something, I'll have a little clear quartz, and it it doesn't matter if you have a rock off the street. Just knowing that the secret is just knowing that it's in your pocket makes your mind at ease and calm. Knowing that you put your faith in one thing, even if it's just like one thing, like a paperclip, if that makes sense. Like the fact that you know in your head in secret you have something in your pocket that's helping you calm down whatever that thing is. So I find that this kind of magnifies that intent for me. I don't know why, but I'll have this like in a back pocket or something, and you know, us witches and spiritual people and all that, we have to have a crystal on us at all times. You know, sometimes we forget, but I'll be honest, or like a bracelet. This is not clear crystal, but you know, you always have a necklace. Women usually have like anklets and stuff, you know, headpieces. And if you think about it, there's crystals around us at all times. It's in your watch. It's probably in your sunglasses, if they're like a fancy designer, in your purse, you know, the clasps and stuff. Your camera, your phone, they're everywhere. I think there's like little gold nuggets in your phone, like little tiny chips, like slices or something, I don't know. But yeah, they magnify radios, you know, it's in your car and all that. Magnify radios, what the heck does that mean? Radio waves, whatever, okay. So, TVs, right, technology, they're probably in your computer, there's metal, there's minerals everywhere, in your food, in your vitamins, so keep that in mind, you know. Spirit is everywhere, and they work through us, and this also helps with channeling the spirit realms, you know. I like having it near when I do a tarot reading. I actually have 4 of these planted in each corner of the perimeter outside of my house along the landscape. And they're forever there, just sitting there, protecting the house, charging, clearing entities. Because this is the Floridian jungle, okay? You don't know what Native American dye here. trickle of grass in the soil, which I've seen several patches outside of. There's a carcass underneath there. There are thousands of buried, and we don't know it. So, bones and all. So, I'm just trying to watch out for myself. And I know spirit is spirit. There's mostly good spirit, but you never know in these parts. So, you always want to come prepared. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, this is spooky, but someone literally just dumped. I'm not even kidding you. I shouldn't even bring this up as ASMR, but let's put it that way. Someone dumped a couple of what I just said might have been buried nearby. I'm not even joking. Like, terrifying. I mean, Florida is already full of whack things, and the fact that they brought it near here, ooh. So I've been feeling like I need a sage extra lately, just to and just start thinking more positive thoughts and bring that into my vibration. Moving on, okay. So here is pyrite. Fool's gold, right? One of my favorite crystals. It's very gorgeous, and I love that this is put into 2 cubes slapped together like this in this formation, which I think is natural. You know, some people say it's not real, but of course it's not real. It's pyrite. It's fool's gold. Okay, it's not real gold. It's easy to be fooled as gold, but it's not gold. And gold, I guess, is always a good thing to have as investment. You can always sell it later, but just to keep, because it's a pretty much indestructible currency trade. So it's not like it can crash. But this, I personally feel a slight magnetism from. And I do visualize gold when I meditate with this, but I don't feel much beyond the fact that it looks pretty. It just doesn't do as much for me, but there were times I've used this and it's helped kind of just... Sometimes when some things like white light energy doesn't work, you need some gold. And the gold light is where it, like, you feel it physically rinsing every cell of your body as a thick gold goo. I don't know, I just visualize that when I hold this. I get different images in my head. I'm a very visual person, so when I hold a crystal, immediately I see images of different things that pop up in my mind, and I just go with the flow and meditate with whatever comes up. So this is, I can't believe I forgot. How embarrassing. Scapolite. It's an Africa stone from Tanzania, and I mean, just this small piece was like, I don't even remember how much, but it's like, you could totally use this as like a ring or something. You see how it's kind of carved, shaped that way, like you could make a ring out of it, and pretty, you know, right? Valuable and pretty. But just this small piece, I did not expect it to be that much. So I forgot the name, oh my goodness. But again, this is one of those things I don't feel that much from. I know it's unique, it's special, but I don't feel as connected to it because it's of a different vibration. But you see like little rainbows through it. It's mostly yellow, like gradient of sorts. You can see the imperfection there, as in selenite. But it is a gorgeous little thing. It's cute, but I just feel like a ridged. I wonder where they found this from exactly. I don't know. Or if it was cut like this. It's a confusing, mysterious crystal for sure. Northsite. So this is a tumbled stone. I prefer this more for, sort of, I can't say grounding for sure, but I've used this in meditation and I just see all sorts of things. It's kind of a cold stone. It's not like it's a cold grounding. It's not a warming grounding. It's more like ice cold. It's hard to explain, but like some crystals I hold will make me feel physically warm, and this one makes me feel cold. Which is ironic because of the name North, but in the colors, I don't know. It just, that's what I sort of feel from it. It's a higher vibration stone, but it just makes you feel particular, different way. I feel like it would freeze blockages if I'm honest. I'm not that familiar with it, and it's not one that I would first pick. But when I pick it, it's on days where I feel like I just need to kind of numb through something or take like a painful memory away or something, you know. That's the only fond thing I have of this stone. Otherwise, I'm not really drawn or attached to it. It's just, it is what it is. It's one of those crystals that you use for certain times of your life, not always. Opalite. I don't feel anything. I never did from opalite. I'm just not as connected to it. It is a very feminine creation. That's all I know. And you can see kind of like a red, yellow, orange, green color through it. And it comes off as if it's a hue of blue, yellow, and white. Carnelian. Oh, one of my favorites. It looks like Martian rock. Grounding, fiery red energy. It helps me stabilize my thoughts in meditation, because sometimes I can tend to have many rummaging thoughts at once when I meditate. But this keeps me back on track. It keeps me focused in on what I'm actually seeing, and I feel physically warm holding this. I mean, it is an empowering crystal. I feel like stronger. I feel like I'm ready to tackle my day. This is like a caffeine boost for me. So weird. Blue calcite. Angelic healing crystal. One of my ultimate favorites. So precious, so just perfect in its own way. I mean, look at the shape and how it's carved and the way the light shines on it. Pepto-Bismol blue goodness. I mean, this is my baby. Like, so happy, so brilliant, so loving, so glowing. You hold it and you feel like it's sea salt and it just washes away all your worries, and the angels are there with you. I mean, it is so enlightening. You feel lighter, you feel cleansed. Great for all works. And a very innocent looking stone, but don't take it for granted, because this thing is powerful. It does its job. I just love this stone so much, and I totally want a bigger piece of this now. I just want to hold it for a while and just rub it in my hands. Like, that's all you need to do sometimes with stones, is just do that. Topaz. A smooth, ugly yellow color. There are differentiations in color, texture, and shape and size, but this one is another I'm not vibrating with. I feel like all the yellow ones I'm not as drawn to. I don't get. This, I kind of feel a slight warming and more at ease after using it. Like, yeah, I got this. You know, like that kind of, yeah, like, it's okay. I'm calm now, you know. But it's not one of those where it's ride or die, you know, like the calcite. I just don't click with this as much for some odd reason. It's just not in alignment with where I'm at now. Again, kind of a lower vibration thing, sort of. Not to say I'm of a higher vibration, because I don't know. But I am more drawn to higher vibration crystals for sure, always have been. Rainbow fluorite, so this is purple, green, blue. Oh, and the streaks. I almost didn't notice that one streak there. Whoa. Again, I haven't always said this. There are certain lights that just don't give the true color, the true justice of how this looks. This is one of those that I would put in the hierarchy ranks as selenite and clear quartz and calcite. This is a tower obelisk that is amazing for Reiki work. And it will just replenish you, revitalize your soul. I mean, you will just connect to the spirit world with this, I find. Again, at least in the work I'm doing, all of these explanations are my personal opinion and experiences only. It's such a smooth stone. It's so pretty. I could just look at it all day and night and admire it. And gosh, I would just hold this all day if I had like a huge, bigger piece. Again, these crystals are so costly, man. I mean, you can imagine how much a big chunk of this would be, but especially a perfectly scaled one. But just anything like this connects, I feel like, to third eye, crown chakra, throat and heart, the higher ends of things. And I've always been drawn to this crystal for some reason. It just reminds me of coming home. And in essence, that's what I would ascribe this to be. Rose quartz. Love. I'll sprinkle these over the bath in water. It's just connecting with your true source. Coming home. Warm. Cooling and warm at the same time. It's always a nice, soft, gentle stone. Great for emotions, emotional people. Femininity, unity, feeling that perfection and oneness completeness, wholeness, completion within yourself. I've had such fond memories of rose quartz countless times. And it's just one of those that you have to have if you were to collect. Like rose quartz and selenite and clear quartz, you have got to have. If you are a crystal collector, if you don't have those, you're not a crystal collector. You're just one of those people who like nice things and just want something to look pretty as a jewelry or in your home. But you gotta have several of these lying around. I mean, this is the basic stone. Like, rose quartz is like the basic girl at the coffee shop. Like, this is the first thing you should have, actually, probably, over anything else. It's such a simple, even level mineral. I just don't know any other way to describe it, really. It just is what it is, and you have to have it. And if you don't have it, what the heck is wrong with you? Okay, this is Peacock ore. I've seen like rainbows meditating with this like colorful, vibrant plumages of beautiful God's creation. Like, it's like LSD, like a psychedelic mushroom. That's all. I don't have any other connection with this besides the mystical, the magical. It's not the first most impressionable stone for me, but I will pick it when I need a boost of my child, my magic, my inner creativity and wisdom. And again, because of the purple and blues, associate with the higher up vibrations, for sure. So, I guess I'll go with this one next. This is a black obsidian. Been using this since forever, just having it in my room. For the most part, ever since I've had this nightmares gone, I feel oddly grounded, like back to zero, back to square one with this. I call it the black hole. I mean, it will just pull in whatever God thinks is not good for you. Like, you hold this and all your problems are gone. Okay? They are no more. They don't exist. They are obliterated. This is the reset button of life. Okay, so if you ever feel that worrisome, anxious feeling, this will be like, girl, bye. You don't need to worry about this anymore, okay? We got you covered. Like insurance. That is God's insurance policy. Amazonite. Very earthly energy. I would consider this middle chakra energy vibration, not quite the high one, but somewhere in between neutral where anyone can feel its benefits. And it has healing, and it has a healthy balance of stability and in the sky kind of feeling. I personally find this energizes me as well and creates clarity and a new kind of perspective on things. It gives peace too. I find that. Sodalite. Sometimes it pulls me and sometimes it doesn't. It has a nice couple of differentiations of blue and white on it, and maybe black. I don't know what I feel from this besides like a cleansing, and when I meditate with it, I just feel like my meditation goes easier, like I progress through it easier, like I understand things more. So I guess in a sense understanding and feel that much, really. Jade, it's one of those first initial stones I was always drawn to. I would say most of all just healing and progressing, moving forward, and financial wisdom. I've always associated it with that. Feldspar, this is like wiping away clean whatever past feelings, old guilts, mistakes, regrets, broader insight, and a sense of bravery and like coating away pain. I've also felt like it fills in empty void feelings and just clears away any past regretful mistakes. That's all I'm getting from this, really. That's all I've ever felt from this. Each stone so unique, so different of its own kind. This one, I cannot believe I forgot the name, but it went missing for so long, and then I realized Lepidolite. It's Lepidolite. I realized that it was just in my luggage zipper the whole time. It's a palm stone, so you put it in your palm. Anxiety out the door, worrisome feelings and thoughts out the mother trucking door. You rub it between your hands and you just feel so much better, so much more ease about things. I can't even tell you, okay? Purple is already such a nice color, but the fact that this just has something that just takes away whatever is on your mind is magical. I've already shown this. It's a different variation. I've never felt much from Obsidian besides like very carnal, fiery, grounding, basic root chakra, so sacral plexus energy, rarely solar plexus. This is more like the depths of the earth, grounding fire. Like, think of Earth 5 billion years ago in the beginning stages, the molten fiery rock. That's what I associate this with, like early days, early beginning, new beginnings, kind of like when you start something anew or you're not sure where you want to take the path next, you meditate with this, and I find that it gives you the initial push, the initial guidance to get started and move forward with your life. This is just back to beginning basic kind of crystal. I would never really turn back on this unless I really felt lost or needed guidance and something to push me to achieve more my crown chakra, my third eye, and express myself. Green aventurine. Really all the green stones, just healing, money. That's all I really ever associated this with. Moonstone. I've always felt drawn to. It has similar feeling like opalite. But this one I feel more of a clean energy. Like it just cleans me. It cleans my vortices. And it feels like I just took a salt bath. Spiritually. It's such a soft energy, like rose quartz as well. A gentle, feminine vibration. There's always something about the moon that drew me in, so it's funny. This one is called Moonstone. I don't know, it's just like a very gentle reminder of your take care of yourself, your true spirit, your true nature, to be in balance and harmony, give and receive equally. I've always felt that with this crystal. This is the new one I spoke about, Charnite. And I have gotten several people's opinions already on this crystal, and they've all said, like, whoa, like there's something about this crystal. Some magnetic, some powerful field about it, something that just sucks them in. It's like a grounding, heavy, dense crystal, and it's just so amazing. I don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is, but I feel something like out of this world, alien, unknown, just amazing, and I feel all sorts of things, like, I don't even know what. And finally, malachite, fortune manifestation, again, healing, power. Heart chakra opening, channeling into different worlds, portals of seeing through the veil. It's both a very dense